Welcome, race fans, to GAC Xfinity Series tonight at Auto Club. Just one more race after tonight, I believe. We'll do it for their season, and then they'll be ready to crank up a new season in about a week after that. They're going to be off, and they'll get things sorted out, get things back up to running, and we'll be back here broadcasting for them again next season. I've talked to Vince, and he's assured me we will be back. So looking forward to next season starting out with these guys. Hopefully you enjoy the show tonight, and thanks for tuning in here on MaxSpeedTV. We appreciate it very, very much. Okay, folks, a little less than 4.5 minutes till qualifying begins. So hopefully you got you something to drink, a snack, or whatever, and ready for the duration here. 80 laps is what they're turning tonight at Auto Club with the GAC Racing League here on MaxSpeedTV. We appreciate all of you viewers, and thanks for tuning in tonight. I think all the drivers have been told to report the pit road here for a brief drivers meeting, so we'll hang out here for a couple minutes, and then we're on to qualifying. We'll play our national anthem to kick things off and get them all counted for on the grid. So stay with us, folks. Don't go anywhere. Okay, folks, we will be right back here. Be right back to qualifying, so hold on 1 minute.
Guys.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, time's just now starting to come in. Rolando laying down the first time. And Len McNeese not far behind him. David Gainforth taking over the top spot with a 41.999, almost a 42 flat. Gary Shank coming in second. Just to kind of run down through the points real quick here. Tom Clayton on the top spot here. He's had 2 wins so far this season. He's ahead of Terry Bellinger by 27 points. Len McNeese in third place, 38 points behind. Vincent Vinny fourth, 40 points behind, and David Gainforth in fifth, 63 points behind. These guys all chasing Tom Clayton for the championship here with only 1 week remaining after this week. It's sure to be exciting here. Michael Campbell moving up 4 places last week, up to 6th. Ty and Dwayne LaPrade also moving up 4 places. Those guys each 66 points behind the leader right now, so they've got their work cut out for them tonight and tomorrow night. Or tonight and next week, excuse me. Robert Sharp taking over the pole. Great job by Robert. Man, way to lay down a lap out there. 41.873, beating David Gainforth by over a tenth. Very cool, Dennis. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. And it looks like that's going to wrap up qualifying. We're going to get down here trackside and see what's happening here and get everybody accounted for on the grid. All right. Robert Sharp taking up the pole with a 41.872. Congratulations to him for grabbing that pole. David Gainforth going to be starting in the second spot. Gary Shank third. Tom Clayton in the number 66 starting fourth. Michael Campbell in the number 92 starting fifth. Chuck Shaw in the number 56 starting sixth. Dwayne LaPrade in the number 13 starting seventh. Terry Bellinger in the number 29 starting eighth. Vincent Vinny in ninth place in the number 71. Rolando Arroyo in the number 16 starting 10th. Mark McFadden, good to see Mark back out here with them, in the number 48 starting 11th. Len McNeese in the number 84 starting 12th. Robert Fuller in the number 7 starting 13th. John Estes in the number 72 starting 14th. Paul Cohen in the number 51 starting 15th. Billy Rodenbarger in the number 74 starting 16th. In 17th place, Don Steves in the 01. Timothy Kelleher in the number 4 starting 18th. Michael Palmer in the number 31 starting 19th. And John Stanley in the number 12 starting 20th. And I believe, I'm not sure, Jeffrey Coaches in in the number 63 starting 22nd. Frank Reese not able to race this week. So, all right, back up here to the leader, and we're ready to get these guys rolling off the grid here, folks. That was good to see Robert Sharp take the pole here tonight. That's pretty awesome. All right, we're about to kick it off here, folks. They're going to be going into turn 3. When they come out of turn 4, the pace car is going to dive onto pit road, and we're going to unleash these babies, and they're going to take off here at Auto Club for 80 laps tonight. This should be a great, great race. These guys put on a heck of a show. One you're not going to want to miss, I'll assure you. All right, pace car's in. Waiting on that green flag. Green, green, green. Off and going. Gary Shank right up. Robert Sharp's tailpipe right there. Man, great start of the race here. These guys are really getting after it right away. David Gainforth trying to keep up with them too. Tom Clayton, our points leader, coming into tonight right there in fourth, looking to try to capture that top spot, at least maybe to get that valuable point that these guys were all chasing for leading the lap. Boy, look at the lead Robert Sharp's got. Looks like Robert Sharp will, unless he comes out of 4 here and slips a little bit, he will complete the first lap of the race and take a point for leading the lap. So big congratulations to him for that. Gary Shank now being challenged by David Gainforth on the inside. That's for second. Looks like he's got it. He knows he's got his work cut out for him. As tough as Tom Clayton's been this season, he's really been tough on these guys. Beating them up and banging them up, and man, I'm telling you, he's making them work for the wins. Michael Campbell now on the move as he comes up on the inside of Gary Shank. Gary Shank on the outside down the front stretch with, boy, I'll tell you what, Robert Sharp's got a 1.5 second lead over David Gainforth right now. That's an eternity on this track. Dwayne LaPrade moving into fifth on the inside of Gary Shank. Gary up on the high side and may not be able to get down into the racing groove. Not really sure. Terry Bellinger coming right up the tailpipe of all these guys. Quite a way back to Vincent Benny, though. He's pulling the second part of the field around. Quite a few drivers out there, man. I'm still going down the list here. 21 drivers take to the field tonight. That's pretty awesome. Len McNeese at the back. Looks like he has slipped or something there. Not really sure. He has slipped. Maybe hit the wall. But Mark McFadden back in 20th. These guys well off the pace. Up front, Michael Campbell takes over the lead from David Gainforth. I'm sorry, not the lead. Second place. It looks like the lead because they're 2.2 seconds behind Robert Sharp. He's out there on a roll right now. Car is hooked up. Yeah, I must have missed the accident. Well, I don't think he was in an accident. I think he must have slipped. But, yeah, he's got a little damage to the car. So not sure what happened to him. Mark McFadden back here. Back through the field. Billy Rodenbarger in 11th. Chuck Shaw 12th. Dwayne LaPrade moves around. Tom Clayton. He's on the inside of Tom Clayton right now. That would be for third place. For fourth place. Man, I keep getting confused with them guys out there. Robert Sharp out so far ahead of these guys. It's almost like looking at the leader up there instead of second or third. So Dwayne LaPrade moves into fourth place. Tom Clayton back to fifth. Gary Shank in sixth. And he comes up on the inside of Tom Clayton. Boy, you can tell that high side is not where you want to be. You want to be down there in the racing groove. Now here comes Terry Bellinger up to make a challenge on Tom Clayton. He's on the inside of Tom. They keep him pinned up on that high side and can't get down into the groove. That's how they're getting by him. Dwayne LaPrade moves into third in the inside of David Gainforth, pushes him way up the hill. Gets a good run down the front stretch. And Dwayne LaPrade goes into third. Michael Campbell out there 2.2 seconds behind the leader, Robert Sharp. Vincent Benny he is starting to pull these guys up to that first group. He's joining forces with Paul Cohen there, a little bit of draft work. Those two working together. Robert Fuller moves into 10th. Billy Rodenbarger in 11th, Chuck Shaw 12th. Chuck looks to the inside of Billy Rodenbarger down the front stretch. Not sure if he's got enough to get by him going into turn one. He's still got a run on him on the side, though. John Estes. Well, that's a beautiful looking car. John's got to love that car. In 13th place, Jeffrey Coaches started at the very tail end of the field in 22nd place. And here he is up to 14th. Timothy Kelleher in 15th. John Stanley 16th. Don Steves back in 17th. And Michael Palmer in 18th. Mark McFadden 19th gets by Rolando. Looks like Rolando's been into the wall. He started 10th today and back in 20th. Len McNeese back quite a ways behind these guys, 31.5 seconds behind them. He'll be the first one to go a lap down. Oh, into the wall again, Len McNeese. Wow. No caution, though, but boy, that cost him a lot of time on the track. Robert Fuller coming around here on the same stretch. That is, did I say Robert Fuller? I meant Robert Sharp. Robert Sharp takes over the lead, is in the lead. Excuse me, Michael Palmer still in second. Dwayne LaPrade third. Gainforth with Terry Bellinger on his tail. Boy, Terry's on a roll. He has been extremely hot lately. Looking for that championship, I believe. Was looking at the points there. Terry is second place in the points, so he's 27 points behind Tom Clayton, and Tom is back in 7th place right now. So Terry really on a roll here, trying to everything he can do to stay ahead of Tom Clayton and catch up some points. Heck, I think Robert Sharp could pull into pits and probably have a sandwich or something before and still get out there. I don't know. Campbell is closing on him, though, down to 1.7 seconds. And it's a long ways. It's an eternity back to Dwayne LaPrade, 4.5 seconds behind the leader right now. Well, a few shout-outs to some of our faithful viewers real quick here. Let me get back on a good battle here. Terry Bellinger, David Gainforth on the inside. Cameron, Diane, Sharon, Leanna, Dylan, Pat, Logan, Dan, Tom Brander, Lee Bedsall usually checking in, Steve Hurst, just to name a few of our faithful viewers here on MaxSpeedTV. We appreciate all of the viewers, though. Everybody that tunes in here every night. We just love to have you guys in chat. We try to keep in close communication with you. Tom Clayton goes back to 7th. Let's ride along with him for a minute here. As you can see the battle right ahead of him, boy, 3 wide. Look at this. Somebody has got to back out. Gainforth going to pull ahead. Oh, these guys getting a good run on the inside. It looks like Gainforth and Terry Bellinger both slipped up. Drove it in there just a little bit too hard. Sometimes that's all it takes. Just drive it in there a little too hard and it kind of washes up the hill on you. As some of you iRacers know, that can happen very easily. Michael Campbell not far behind the leader now. 1.1 seconds separating them two. Robert Sharp took off on a rant there. Man, he just pulled away from the field by over 2 seconds. And now he's only got a 1.1 second lead, so Michael Campbell closing up on him. Not sure, but he might have maybe used up his tires a little there, not sure. He's coming up on Len McNeese now and about to put Len a lap down. Len almost into the wall again, and he will go a lap down. Now Michael Campbell needs to clear him. As he comes up on Len, Len gives him the low line, says, "You want to go by me? Go by on the inside, I'll stay high." I don't know what that's what they're saying. I'm just saying that's what I would be telling them. Being a nice, considerate, fellow racer, that's probably what Len said. Respect means a lot out on the track when these guys are running like that. Hey, Dan, I gave you a shout out there, buddy. I don't know if you were here. David Gainforth. Now, boy, look at the battle we've got going here, guys. Man, I'm telling you, we've got one heck of a battle going on. Look at this. 3 wide into the turn. Wow. And again, somebody's got to back out, but it wasn't going to be Terry Bellinger for sure. Tom Clayton did get by all of them guys, though, and goes into 4th. Now Terry back to 5th. Gary Shank in 6th. David Gainforth on his inside going into turn 3. Vincent Vinny joining up with these guys. Him and Paul Cohen worked together and caught up to them. And look at this, how close he has gotten here with these guys. They're running about 8 seconds behind the leader right now. Chuck Shaw in 10th. Robert Fuller 11th. And Jeffrey Coaches in 12th. Those three working together. 17 laps into it, folks. No cautions. Robert Sharp has led all 16 laps. Coming to the line, going to be 17. Michael Campbell now has closed up to 1.1 seconds. Just kind of hanging there right now. It looks like maybe the tires have kind of evened out between those two racers. And Dwayne LaPrade definitely fallen off the pace as he's back 5.1 seconds with Tom Clayton closing in on him. Oh, we have the first caution of the race. Let's find out where it's at. Oh, Don Steves and Timothy Kelleher. Let's go see what happened to them two. Looks like Timothy Kelleher on the bottom there. Both of them kind of washed up quite a bit. And Timothy does get into the side of Don Steves. And it takes both of them out. And that happens right in front of, I can't make out that number, the number 31 of Michael Palmer. Boy, right in front of him. Mark McFadden coming around too. Well, this will kind of catch everybody back up to Robert Sharp, and this could turn out to be a whole nother race here in a minute, because they're going to be coming down pit road, I'm sure. Let's see if they're going to be coming down. I'm sure they're going to be coming down pit road. Everybody's going to welcome new tires at this point. Now, if everybody can get in and off a pit road here safely, no penalties or anything like that handed out. That's what we don't want to see. Anybody going to have to sit on pit road for that extra length of time. We don't want to see that. Good news for Len McNeese. He does get his lap back. They all come to a screeching halt in their pit stall here. Let's see what they got. Robert Sharp, right side's going on. Left side's going on. It looks like he may be the first one off of pit road, and he is. Pretty good pit stops by everybody there. Dwayne LaPrade coming out second. Tom Clayton third, Michael Campbell coming up through the field, coming out fourth. Had a lengthy pit stop, but actually coming out fourth, that's pretty good. Gainforth in fifth, Gary Shank sixth, Terry Bellinger seventh, Paul Cohen eighth, Vincent Vinny ninth, and Chuck Shaw into the 10th place. The first caution of the race. Not too bad. We'll see if we can't maybe get a word in with somebody here. How about Terry Bellinger? I haven't talked to Terry in quite a long time. Let's see if we can get a word in with Terry. Terry Bellinger, this is Rudy up in the MaxSpeedTV booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, hey Rudy, how's it going, big guy?
Going pretty good. Well, Terry, you got your work cut out for you, brother. Chasing down Tom Clayton for this points lead. Boy, you're running really, really well. I'm very proud of you. Is everything okay on your car and running well?
Oh yeah, appreciate that, Rudy. Yeah, Tom's been tough, man. I don't know if I'm gonna get him or not, but I'm gonna sure give it my best shot, and maybe things will work out.
Well, you're 27 points behind him coming into tonight's race. You know, if you can just finish ahead of him, probably would be the key to gain a couple points on him. But we wish you the best of luck, Terry. And, man, just keep running as good as you're running. We wish you the luck.
I thank you, Rudy. I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna give it my best shot. I'm not just gonna hand it to him if I can.
10-4, brother. Okay, so he's gonna give it his best shot, he says. Robert Sharp still in the lead, and he has led all 20 laps, folks. Man, this is amazing. Robert Sharp showing his muscles out here tonight. All right, Dwayne LaPrade going to be starting second on the front row there with Robert Sharp. Let's see if he's got anything to get up there and possibly lead a lap and get that bonus point. The lights are off on the pace car. We will be going green this time, folks, so get ready here. I'm ready. Everybody ready in chat? Get this thing on and going here. 59 to go. They'll have 58 to go when they cross the line, folks. So hopefully we'll see another long green flag run. But as you know, as well as I do, every time the cars get all bunched up, you know, as we always say, cautions breed cautions. And we don't want to see that, but we want everybody to have a good race out here. I think they do have one reset, I believe, or maybe two resets. Not sure. One, I think. One reset. So anyhow, we're going to, everybody's back on the lead lap now. Len McNeese at the tail end of the field, back on the lead lap. Guys that had damage got a chance to get it fixed up. And we're ready to go racing again here. So tighten them seat belts down good and tight, folks. Pace car is in. And Robert Sharp on point. Dwayne LaPrade on the front row with him, and we got a green flag. Everybody gets back up to speed here. Let's see how it shakes out. Dwayne's still in second right now, but here comes Tom Clayton into the picture underneath Dwayne LaPrade. Dwayne a little wiggly there in the corner. Oh, is he going to save it? Man, he was all over that. Oh, Robert Sharp out of shape. He saves it, but it's going to cost him a lot of time. And look who's out front. Tom Clayton. Brand new tires. That's what happens on brand new tires, folks. These guys, they slip and slide for about 4 or 5 laps until they get a little heat built up in them. And then they start moving forward. Michael Campbell now in second. And David Gainforth third. Dwayne LaPrade moves back to fourth, and guess who's there? Terry Bellinger looking to try to get up there with Clayton and give him a tough time in that point lead. Wow, he drives by Gary Shank and by Dwayne LaPrade too. Man, is he hooked up. Robert Sharp in sixth. As he got by Gary Shank as well. Like I said, you got to get a little bit of heat in these tires, folks, to get them warmed up and get some grip in them. And everybody's got to get back into the groove again. Got to get their marks laid out. Concentration is a must here. Got to stay focused on the job at hand out there and pay attention to everything that's going on the track. John Estes with a move on the inside of Billy Rodenbarger. Following the number 72. Let's see here. I'm sorry. That is the number 72. He was following Jeffrey Coaches right there, and it looks like he's giving Chuck Shaw a run for his money. Chuck Shaw in 12th. Jeffrey Coach is right ahead of him in the popsicle machine. No changes up front at the moment, but lots of good racing here. John Stanley and Billy Rodenbarger side by side. Ritz Cracker versus Pennzoil. There you go. And Billy Rodenbarger way up the hill. That opens the door for Rolando Arroyo, going to be coming to the inside of him. Dwayne LaPrade goes back to fifth place. Terry Bellinger in fourth up the hill. Not where you want to be, Terry. And Robert Sharp closing up on the tail of him as Dwayne LaPrade goes to the inside of Terry Bellinger. These guys racing it up pretty hard. And we got a brand new leader up front. Michael Campbell gets by Tom Clayton. And this will be his first lap that he's led today. Came from fifth place, got mired back in the field about halfway, and here he is back up into the lead, and he does lead that lap. And Terry Bellinger way up the hill again, opens that door for Dwayne LaPrade to slip in, and here comes Robert Sharp back in the picture. Robert led the first 22 laps of this race. And since then, he got loose coming off of turn 2 there a while back. And he has got mired back in the field again here. Still in the top 10. Paul Cohen in 7th. Gary Shank 8th. Vincent Vinny back to 9th. Robert Fuller in 10th. Jeffrey Coaches 11th. Chuck Shaw and John Estes, excuse me, still battling back here. John Stanley in the picture there in 14th. Good racing going on right here, folks. This is awesome racing. John Stanley going by Rolando. John Estes now getting overpowered by Chuck Shaw. Chuck goes back into 12th. Jeffrey Coaches 11th. Let's get back up here to the front. Tom Clayton now chasing Michael Campbell. And they've pulled out by 2 seconds over David Gainforth. Terry Bellinger still in 4th. And now we've got a battle here. Robert Sharp gets by Dwayne LaPrade and goes into 5th. Gary Shank on the inside of Dwayne LaPrade. And he has to fall in behind Dwayne. Jeffrey Coaches trying to hang on to Robert Fuller right now back here in 11th place. Man, I'm telling you what, this is some good racing. Everybody battling for that position back there. Michael Campbell pulling away by 0.8 of a second over Tom Clayton. And David Gainforth back 2.7 seconds now behind the leader. Robert Sharp on the inside of Terry Bellinger for 4th place, so he's coming back to the front. These guys almost 3.5 seconds behind the leader, but Robert is starting to come back now after slipping there on that restart. Looks like he does get Terry Bellinger. Terry goes back to 5th. Dwayne LaPrade and Gary Shank moving together here, trying to stay up with these guys. Dwayne would like to get back up to the front. He started on the front row on that restart, and boy, he's just kind of like went backwards since then. Vincent Vinny closing up on these guys, getting back in the fight here. Come on, Vince. Gas pedals on the right, buddy. That all quite a ways ahead of Jeffrey Coaches. About a second, 1.6 seconds up to Vincent Vinny. So Jeffrey's got his work cut out for him, too. We all know 1.6 seconds on a track like this here. This is a very fast 2-mile track. 1.6 seconds is a long ways. When you're looking out that windshield, we can take a look at it. Looking out that windshield, it's a long ways up to Vincent Vinny. You keep just wishing that the guy would slip or something and you could get up there with them, but these guys are pretty good about racing here. They're good racers, so they don't slip too awful much. Robert Fuller in 11th. And still battling back here, John Stanley and Chuck Shaw. Looks like John is going to take that position away from Chuck. Now Rolando Arroyo on the high side. Looks like he's going to drive by Chuck Shaw. Well, he's making the outside line work. And Len McNeese right up the middle. Look at this. Almost going 3 wide. Holy smokes. I thought we were going to see some 3 wide action going on there for a minute. Robert Sharp into 3rd as he gets by David Gainforth. Well, I'll tell you, Robert must have an awesome setup in that car today because he has really been moving forward. Tom Clayton now 2.1 seconds behind Michael Campbell as he is starting to slip back into the clutches of Robert Sharp. For sure, he's only 1.6 seconds ahead of him. You better look out, Tom, because these guys are coming. It looks like Timothy Kelleher has retired from the race. So one retiree, still got 20 guys out there racing. Michael Palmer, actually the last one on the track right here in 20th place. Billy Rodenbarger 19th. Don Steves. These guys are having a good battle of their own back here. Mark McFadden in 17th. Mark had a win here just a few races ago. John Estes 16th. Len McNeese in 15th. Chuck Shaw 14th. Robert Fuller 13th. Rolando Arroyo now moving forward as he got back in the field of ways. John Stanley started 20th today, got himself into 11th. Jeffrey Coaches started dead last on the field in 22nd place, and here he is in 10th. Vincent Vinny in 9th, right where he started. Paul Cohen in 8th, started 15th today, got himself into the 8th place. Gary Shank in 7th. Terry Bellinger in 6th. Dwayne LaPrade 5th. David Gainforth in 4th. I hate it when he does that to me. David Gainforth in 4th. Robert Sharp now back into the 3rd place. 3.9 seconds behind the leader and closing. He's still about a second and a half from Tom Clayton. And Tom now is 2.2 seconds behind our leader, Michael Campbell. Tom Clayton, our points leader. Let's ride along with him for a minute and let's crank it up. How's that? All right, so he is starting to close in on Michael Campbell now, down to a second and a half behind him. And it's about that far back to Robert Sharp. Everybody getting pretty much settled in here now, spread out around the field. Terry Bellinger, second place in points. Back in sixth place. Paul Cohen in seventh. Vincent Vinny with a good charge to the front, now up to eighth. He gets by Gary Shank. Jeffrey Coaches looking to get on the inside of Gary Shank, and it looks like he completes that pass. Ooh, comes up the hill almost into Gary Shank. That was kind of close. Gary's back to the top 10 here. Boy, them two almost getting together, I'm telling you. Hey, up to our leader. Looking back from our leader, you can see Tom Clayton there, 1.6 seconds behind him. That looks like a long ways on the track, folks. It is a long ways. That's like a third of a straightaway behind him if you think about it. Gary Shank with Jeffrey Coaches on his inside. Boy, Coaches may beat him to the line this time. It's going to be awful close. Tom Clayton now 1.3 seconds behind the leader, and Robert Sharp closing up 2.8 seconds. So Michael may be out there using up them tires. These guys are just kind of cruising here, trying to reel him in. Gain 4 still in 4, and he's pulled away from Dwayne LaPrade in fifth. Dwayne LaPrade, one of the guys that picked up 4 spots last week, is up into 6th place. He is, I'm trying to see this here, 66 points behind the leader. So him and Michael Campbell, which is our leader right now, Michael Campbell up in the front. He is in 6th place, tied with Dwayne LaPrade, with 66 points behind Tom Clayton. Tom running in second now, 1.2 seconds behind the leader. Robert Sharp in third, 2.7 seconds. Let's see if I can find a good battle here. Len McNeese gets by Gary Shank. Gary goes back to 11th. Rolando in 12th. Chuck Shaw 13th. Terry Bellinger back to 14th. Terry probably, and it looks like Terry coming to pit road. First one to enter pit road here on this run. Looks like him and Mark McFadden enter together. These two now will be back toward the back of the field. But I think they're about to go a lap down here. The leader's coming by, and that will put both of them a lap down. Four fresh tires Well, looks like Mark McFadden only took 2. He's going to try the old 2-tire trick. Meantime, Michael Campbell out front, 33 to go. Tom Clayton now closes right on his tail. Right there with the leader, Michael Campbell. Tom led 4 laps earlier, and boy, he just has not been able to get back up to the front. Finally, now he's got the TaxSlayer.com machine, and he is looking to the inside here to take the lead over. Side by side with Michael Campbell. Let's see if he can do it down the backstretch, folks. They're still side by side. Tom Clayton on the inside. Michael Campbell up high. And it looks like Clayton is going to get that position away as they come down the front stretch. But he did not lead that lap. Michael Campbell did. Tom's there, but Michael's pretty strong right now. And guess who's joining the fight? Robert Sharp. He's closing up on these. Love that these guys are racing each other as hard as they are because it allowed him to close up on them. He wants to get up there and regain the lead away from these guys. Michael Campbell will stay in the lead. I'm not sure when these guys plan on coming to pit road. I believe they will have to stop one more time here. They've been running since lap 20, I think it was. 20, I think 22 when they restarted. So they've been out here for quite a few laps. 30 to go right now. David Gainforth 5.7 seconds back, and he's got Dwayne LaPrade catching up to him. Vincent Vinny in 6th. Len McNeese 7th. Paul Cohen 8th. Jeffrey Coaches 9th. And John Stanley rounds out the top 10. Looks like Gary Shank coming to pit road. Like him and Rolando Arroyo coming down pit road together here. And Billy Rodenbarger on pit road. So 3 more guys enter pit road here. Let's see what kind of pit strategy these guys do. If we see any more 2-tire changes like Mark McFadden did earlier. I'm not, whoa, yeah, there we go. Rolando with a 2-tire change. And Gary Shank with a 4-tire change. All right, back up front, we still see Tom Clayton now in the lead. Robert Sharp 2nd. Michael Campbell goes back to 3rd. Michael really loose on them exits of the turn. So all these guys here would definitely welcome some new tires right now. Tom Clayton back up front here, comes around here to lead another lap. And look at Robert Sharp putting the pressure on him. Robert Sharp just drives right on by him. Wow, you talk about horsepower in that car. I think you guys need to check that car for more horsepower. I think he's got more than everybody else or something there. I'm not sure. Campbell falls back 1.3 seconds behind these guys, but I'm trying to see if these guys are thinking about coming to pit road or what. David Gainforth now on pit road. Like right side's going on. And left side's going on. And he's away, so 4-tire change for David Gainforth, and he's out of there. He'll come back out about 14th, 1 lap down. Meantime, Robert Sharp staying out there. Tom Clayton, Michael Campbell, Dwayne LaPrade, and Len McNeese, the top 5, staying out there. Robert Sharp drive down to the bottom, trying to break that draft from Tom Clayton. Anything he can do to try to stay ahead of him. John Estes and John Stanley here. Chuck Shaw back in 9th. Jeffrey Coaches coming down pit road. Robert Fuller on pit road. So we're seeing a few stops here and there. Just a few stops here and there that these guys are finally getting their last stops of the race in. 25 to go here, folks. 4-tire change for Jeffrey Coaches. Another one on pit road, that would be Michael Campbell. Whoops, I got to try to find him here. There he is. Robert Fuller is away. Michael Campbell coming to his pit stall. Let's see what in store for him, whether it's going to be 2 tires or 4. I think as fast as he was, I think I would take 4. And 4 tires it is. Michael Campbell away. Oh, we got some changes up here in the front. We've got some other guys coming down. It looks like Robert Sharp coming down pit road. Tom Clayton, those two entering pit road at the same time. Let's see what happens here. Whether it's going to be a 2-tire or 4-tire. As fast as these guys were, I'd definitely take 4. Guys with 2 tires is going to fall off a little quicker, I think. Boy, Tom Clayton with a good pit stop. He's going to beat Robert Fuller off pit road, I believe. No, pretty close, though. They both come out together. Well, that put Len McNeese in the lead, and he will get credited for leading a lap or 2. Some guys driving by Len here, trying to get back on the lead lap. David Gainforth and the number 16 there of Orlando Arroyo. They get by him. So we're waiting to see. It looks like Len may be coming to pit road. Not sure. He's slowing up a little bit. Yes, he is coming to pit road. So that will give the lead up to John Estes. But I think John's coming to pit road too. Yes, he is coming to pit road. So Robert Sharp will be our leader once this all settles out. When everything settles and the dust is clear, that's who's going to be our leader. But let's go here and see what Len McNeese and John Estes do. Oh, looks like left side tires for Len. No right sides. Okay. And he's away. So left side tires. Okay. John Estes. If I can find him. Let's watch him here for a minute. Looks like a 4-tire change for John Estes, and he's out of there. But somehow, okay, there we go. Tom Clayton getting by Robert Sharp. But I don't think that battle's done yet. Robert cuts right to the inside to do the old crossover. Boy, these guys are racing hard. They know it's coming down to it, folks. 21 laps to go. And whoever can get out ahead here, Robert gets out ahead of Clayton. Oh, man, caution on the track, folks. Oh, 2 of them get together, Jeffrey Coaches and Mark McFadden. Let's go see what happened. Oh, both of them got loose right there in the turn. Looked like Jeffrey Coaches tried to save it, and he gets into the side of Mark McFadden. At the same time, Mark was loose. So both of them definitely slid, but I don't see any serious damage on them. They both fell short of hitting the wall. But this is good news for those that didn't pit yet, but I think everybody did pit. These guys here stayed out. They don't have to pit now. They've already made their second pit. So I'm going to get up here and I want to talk to Robert Sharp. He's been extremely fast here, but I want to wait and see if they're planning on coming down pit road or not. It looks like Clayton's going to stay out, but everybody else is going to come to pit road. Wow. Okay, interesting. That's interesting, folks. These guys all coming down. They just got done pitting, but they're going to come down to get 4 fresh feel-goods on that. And, boy, they could give old Tom Clayton a run for his money out there, though. But we've got a lot of guys that did stay out. Len McNeese, Vincent Venny, Terry Bellinger, Paul Cohen, John Estes, Chuck Shaw, Robert Fuller, Michael Palmer, and John Stanley all stayed out. Dwayne LaPrade, looks like he did a 2-tire change. Michael Campbell, David Gainforth, these guys all the way. Not sure exactly what happened to Robert Sharp there. It looked like maybe a penalty might have been handed out to Robert Sharp. Now he's going to have his work cut out for him coming from 16th place. Well, I kind of wanted to talk to Robert there, but I guess we'll pick somebody else. How about we talk to Gary Shank? You know, it's been forever since I've talked to Gary. Let's see if I can get a word in with Gary.
Good.
Gary Shank, this is Rudy up in the booth. You got a copy?
No, the trailer.
Gary Shank, you got a copy?
Yeah, sure do. Go ahead, Rudy.
Well, Gary, you seemed to be really fast there at the beginning of the race, brother. What happened? Is your car just not feeling up to snuff or what?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not up to snuff tonight. I don't know. Sometimes certain tracks, certain setups just don't work with driver style. So I think in the long run, I start to slow down a little bit.
Well, what would it take to make that car better to get you up toward the front?
Well, I think strategy's going to play now into the whole into the remainder of the race. There's some guys that had just pit that were able to stay out. I pitted sooner, short pitted, hoping to take advantage of that, and that caution really caught me. So yeah, where I'm at here looks like 15th. So I got my work cut out ahead of me. So yeah, I don't know what it's going to take. Just good hard running and not overdriving the car.
Well, I think you hit on a key factor there, Gary, but we're going to wish you good luck out here. And try to get up there to the front. We want to see you up there on the podium tonight, brother.
Well, I'd like to see myself there, too. We're going to try hard. We'll see what we got. Thanks, Rudy.
All right, Gary, thanks for chatting with us, and good luck. All right, Tom Clayton on the point here. Boy, this is going to be an interesting run here for the end, because about the front 7 or 8, I think, did not pit. Michael Palmer did pit. We had a few guys that did pit. Dwayne LaPrade, David Gainforth, Michael Campbell, and then on back through. Now, Robert Sharp, that was so fast there at the beginning of the race and led the first 22 laps of the race, and then led 3 more there on that last green flag run, now is mired back into 16th place. Boy, he's right back there with Gary, and he's another one that's going to have his work cut out for him tonight. I believe they're getting the one to go here. Yeah, the lights are off on the pace car, and they got the one to go, so we will be going back green here next time, folks. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying the show here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. We appreciate all you viewers. Make sure you tune in every night. We do broadcast here every single night of the week. Starting this week, we'll be here 7 nights again. We were only doing 6, and we had some personal issues that we kind of had to quit broadcasting on Sundays, but we are back broadcasting on Sundays, and taking full advantage of all the iRacers out here and having some great races broadcasted up on YouTube for them. So thanks again for tuning in. Okay, pace car makes that hard left turn down pit road, and Tom Clayton waits on the green flag. Green, green, green. Now let's see how these guys do up front here on these older tires. They're not really that much older, maybe a lap or 2 or 3, but older tires do make a difference. Glenn McNeese on the high side. Let's see. Oh, Clayton has to pinch it down. That cost him a lot right there. That let Terry Bellinger, that's in second place in the points, close right up on Tom Clayton. Boy, look at the bee's nest we got back here, folks. That's quite the bee's nest. Robert Fuller way up high. Boy, he loses a ton of positions on that one. Oh, we got a wreck. Oh, brother. Oh, my. That would look bad. Looks like Michael Palmer. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Michael Palmer caught into that somehow. So let's go back here and see. That was about where Robert Fuller went up high. It looked like a couple guys might have got a little spooked by that. Not sure. The 92 of Michael Campbell comes way down the hill. Oh, okay. Michael Palmer goes way up the hill into Michael Campbell. And that's what started the whole thing going right there. Boy, lots of guys get into it. And as we say, you know, not to repeat myself a million times in one race, but cautions breed cautions. And boy, I'll tell you what, this really showed it right here. Robert Sharp got involved in that too. He tried his darndest to stay out of that, but he just did not have good luck. Let's go back and watch this one more time from Robert Sharp. It don't look like he got a whole bunch of damage. He looks like he may have got into the back of Michael Campbell there. Hey, how about we ride along with him and see it where he just like had nowhere to go and all this was going about right in front of him, and he got right into the back of Michael Campbell. So he's going to have some serious damage on the front of that. Now, I don't know. These guys are, if they can come down pit road here, which he is doing, I don't blame him. Get that looked at. See what it's going to take to fix it up. If he has a reset, use it. I believe he might be out of resets. Yeah, he's going to have to sit there and get that fixed up. Oh, man. Tough break for Robert tonight. Man. Can't get a break when you need it. It's like Michael Campbell out of the race. Michael Palmer and Robert Sharp sitting on pit road. Timothy Kelleher retired earlier. I'm going to quit talking to these guys. I think I'm jinxing them. Well, just a few laps to go here, folks, to finish this up. If these guys keep it green here, they'll have it finished up here in just a few minutes. So Len McNeese is going to be starting second, Paul Cohen third, Vincent Vinny fourth, Terry Bellinger in fifth, which has a little bit of right side damage. So does Vincent. Chuck Shaw in sixth, Dwayne LaPrade seventh, John Estes eighth, John Stanley ninth, and David Gainforth back in 10th. Gary Shank in 11th, Rolando Arroyo in 12th, Robert Fuller 13th, Mark McFadden 14th, Jeffrey Coaches 15th, Don Steve 16th, Billy Rodenberger 17th, and Robert Sharp, Michael Campbell, and Michael Palmer all on pit road. Tough break for them guys. All right, we should get the one to go here, folks. We'll get the things back underway. Yes, lights are off on the pace car now, and everybody will be doubling up. Looks like Tom Clayton has opted to start on the high side, on the outside. Len McNeese will restart on the inside. And have 11 to go when we get the green. Okay, pace car heads for pit road, and Tom Clayton waits on the green. Green, green, green. One more time here, boys. 11 laps to go. Let's see if we can keep it clean and green the rest of the way. They're 3 wide right back here. Rolando Arroyo up the middle. He gets passed up on the high side. David Gainforth on the move. Gets by a few drivers there. Wow. Good driving. David goes up into 9th now as he looks to try to get by Chuck Shaw. Chuck up on the high side, and he lets David go. Terry Bellinger on the move. Wow, look at Vincent Vinny go. On the inside, these guys are driving harder than they've drove all race, chasing Tom Clayton out front. Dwayne LaPrade moves into 3rd as Len McNeese goes way up the hill, and he is going to lose a ton of spots right there as they continue to go by him. Just can't get back up to speed fully there after washing clear up the hill. Dwayne LaPrade now on the inside of Vincent Vinny as they come down the back stretch into turn 3, coming to the front, and caution is on the track once again, folks. Let's see where it's at. Oh no, John Estes and Mark McFadden into it. Let's go see what happened. Oh, looks like John might have checked up right in front of Rolando. Rolando gives him the old bump and run right there. And Mark McFadden with nowhere to go. Oh, and that collects Robert Fuller as well. So the three of them going to have some serious damage on their vehicles. That brings out the fourth caution of the race, so folks. And Tom Clayton smiling the whole way to the bank. Well, if nobody pits here, I'll try to get down here and get a word in with somebody. We'll see if we can get a word in with Paul Cohen. Paul's running back and forth. Doesn't look like he's coming down pit road, so let's see if we can get a word in with him. Paul Cohen, this is Rudy up in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure do, Rudy. How you doing?
I'm doing well, brother. Well, you're going to be restarting fourth here. It's going to be a short stint to the end. Boy, you got enough to get up there and challenge Tom for this win.
Well, going to let the car go as fast as it will, and we'll see what happens.
Well, how's your Ford Mustang handling for you out there tonight? Setup feel good under the car?
Oh, I think so. The setup is very, very nice.
Well, we've had a rash of cautions here toward the end, but not too awful bad. It's put you into good place here. You started 15th tonight. You're up to 4th. That's a good place to be after all everybody's been through out here tonight. Been a good race. We wish you the best of luck out there, Paul, and like to see you in victory lane again.
Sure enough, Rudy. I'm going to do my best. Thanks a lot.
Well, let's see if he's got enough for Tom Clayton. Tom's been the one to chase here in the latter part of the race. I believe if he can lead the rest of the laps here, he will lead the most laps. Right now he's led, when he comes to the line here, 21. Robert Sharp has led 25, which Robert is back out onto the track. Let's check in with him here. He's still got some damage, but I'm sure he's not going to be as fast as he was, but he'll be all right. He's back in 18th. Looks like Mark McFadden is out of the race, so he may be able to pick up a spot there. So that'll put him into about 17th. Terry Bellinger, the last one on the lead lap. As he gets caught up to the field coming off the pit road. But Tom Clayton out front. Lights are still on the pace car, so it looks like we're going. Maybe that was me. Might have been me. If you lose connection there, just refresh or something. I'm not sure. I just lost connection for some reason there. Must have had a blink on the internet. Well, we should get the one to. I apologize, folks. I don't know what happened there. It's like I lost connection or something to the server, and I lost everything. It was really weird. Well, anyhow, give me a minute here. We're going to get back up because I got 4 to go. Trying to get back up here to the front. It looks like Dwayne LaPrade is in the lead right now with a great run. Wow, sorry about that. Not sure what happened there on that restart, but I don't even see. And we have a caution, and it looks like that's going to be the race there, folks. Oh boy, we got a bunch of them into it here. Let's see what happened. It's like some slipping going into the turn. And that will be, looks like Chuck Shaw, as he gets really loose. And that's going to cause a little problem here between a lot of these drivers. Oh boy. That's going to cause a bunch of them here. Well, in the meantime, our leader, Dwayne LaPrade, bringing it. He's going to get the white flag here this time. I don't know what happened to my trading paints, but apparently that thing wigged out on me. Man, what the heck's going on here? One more lap. Give me a second, folks. Doggone. I don't know what the heck happened. I lost everything here. White flag's in the air. And Dwayne LaPrade in the lead right now. I'm trying to get trading paints back up and running here so I can get his car. I want to get his car on here. I apologize for this. I don't know what happened. I lost, like, I fell to an unacceptable level in there, it said. That was really kind of weird. Well, as I was just saying, there was all kinds of bugs there, and I don't know what happened. It just really wigged out on me. Okay, so down here, a little closer where we can see what's going on. Dwayne LaPrade going to be our winner here tonight. David Gainforth second, and Gary Shank third. Finished under caution. I believe that was 5 cautions. I know it only says 1 up there, but 5 cautions. So congratulations to Dwayne LaPrade. We'll get up there in just a minute and get a word in with Dwayne. Dwayne LaPrade, you got a copy?
I got you, Rudy. Go ahead.
Well, you bring it into Victory Lane tonight. Congratulations, brother. Good to see you in Victory Lane for it's been a long time coming since we've seen you here.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I will take it. Thank you.
Well, I know we lost internet there and didn't get to see exactly what all happened there, but what happened to Tom Clayton on that restart?
We started side by side, and I crowded him going into one. I didn't go all the way to the bottom. I stayed in him halfway in his middle lane, and we just touched. And I don't know what happened after we touched. I didn't see him wreck or anything.
Okay, well, doesn't matter. You bring it into Victory Lane. Tell us about your racing out there.
I like the way you said that.
Well, I didn't mean it like that. Yes, it matters, but I'm saying it doesn't matter now that you're in Victory Lane. But tell us about how the race was out there for you tonight.
Well, I just taking my time. I knew tires were going to play a factor. That's why I came in on that last caution. I'd just been in the pit and took 2. And then on that last caution, I came in, took the other 2. And I think that's what helped me drive through the field.
Well, it was a good race. I think that was, 5 cautions or something? Something like that. Anyhow, yeah, it was a good race, man. It was just awesome to see everybody doing so well. Couple of nice long green flag runs, and then that rash of cautions, like I said. But as we always say, cautions breed cautions, and once you get everybody all caught back up together like that, boy, we've seen a lot of 3 wide racing tonight, and that was just awesome. I was on the edge of my seat so many times. I paid for the whole seat, but I was sitting on the edge of it. It just doesn't add up, but great racing out there. So, anybody else you want to give a shout out to or thank?
Absolutely. I want to thank Agassiz Speedway for sponsoring us, Dean for hosting GAC, you, Rudy, for putting it on, my wife, Cheryl. She always supports me there, and everybody else on to the next.
Okay, Dwayne, thanks a lot for talking with us. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right, David Gainforth, you got a copy.
Yeah, I'm here, Rudy.
Well, you bring the Mr. Bubble Machine into second place. Did you think you had enough there at the very end to pull out a win, or do you think Dwayne was just a little too fast?
Going to the last lap, Dwayne had too big of a lead. I'm just happy to finish second. Those last few laps, they were crazy out there. So, Gary and I were having a good battle, and we were just having fun out there. So I'll take second any day. I'm happy.
Well, how was your racing? Was it pretty good? I mean, you kept your car pretty clean today, so Mr. Bubble Machine didn't have a dent in it that I could find.
No, I was kind of racing by myself. I wasn't fast enough to race with the leaders, and I was ahead of the second pack. So I was basically just driving around by myself most of the day.
Well, I know that makes a boring race for you, but you had some battles there at the beginning that were pretty intense. I was watching you and a few of the other guys really battling it up, and Robert Sharp just seemed like the guy to beat out there at the beginning of the race, and he had pulled out to such a huge lead. It was just amazing. So he definitely was a class of the field early on in the race. But later on, I think it became a Tom Clayton, Dwayne LaPrade race. But you bring it into second today. That's pretty awesome, David. Congratulations to you for that. Anybody you want to thank?
Yes, I'd like to thank Agassiz Speedway for sponsoring this season. MaxSpeedTV and yourself up in the booth. I guess Scott's on holidays. Dean and all the guys here at JAC for putting this on. It's been a fun season. I think we got one more race to go, and hopefully we'll see everybody next week.
Roger that. Well, we'll be looking for you next week. Hopefully that Mr. Bubble Machine can get a little closer to the front next time.
Yeah, I need a win before this is over.
Absolutely. Okay, thanks for talking with us, David.
Thanks, Rudy.
Gary, you got a copy?
Sure do, Rudy. Go ahead.
Well, did you think you had a third place in that car tonight?
Absolutely not.
It wasn't looking too good at the beginning of the race. I'll be honest with you, buddy. I know we talked to you earlier, and you said you weren't too happy with the setup and just kind of pedaling a little bit and taking your time. But to bring out a third place out of it, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think it was the those yellow flags ended up helping me because I was only good on the short run, so I was able to make up multiple spots each time it went green again. So that actually did end up working in my favor. So it was, I understand you kind of lost connection there for a short time near the end, but boy, those last couple laps were a great battle. From at least the top 10, top 15.
Yeah, I missed it when you guys went green. I come in and you had 4 to go. I was like, man, I don't know what happened, whether I lost internet or what. I don't know. Looks like it might be waking out again. I don't know. All right, well, anybody you want to thank tonight, Gary?
Well, we always thank the sponsor, and I think this year it's Agassiz Speedway, so they helped fund this season. So a big shout out to them and a thank you, Dean, for the league. As always, got Avistar and Jag Motorsports on the car, so we'll announce their names as well. And have family down in Florida. Always say hello to them, so we'll say hi to them. And I don't think I thank you, Rudy, so thanks for the good job you do. We'll hopefully get to talk to you again before the season's out.
Okay, thanks a lot, Gary, and congrats on third place tonight.
Thank you, Rudy.
Okay, folks, sorry about the lost connection there, but we're going to go ahead and run down through the field here real quick. Give me a second. Well, looks like it may have. Not sure. There it is. Okay, sorry about that. Anyhow, Dwayne LaPrade bringing it into victory lane tonight, so we'll run down through the results. Dwayne LaPrade first, David Gainforth in second, Gary Shank third, Paul Cohen fourth, Len McNeese in fifth, Terry Bellinger sixth, Vincent Vinny seventh, John Stanley eighth, Tom Clayton ninth, our points leader. Looks like Terry may have picked up a couple of points on him, maybe 3 or 4 points on him, but not a whole lot. Don Steves in 10th, Jeffrey Coaches 11th, Rolando Arroyo in 12th, Billy Rodenbarger 13th, John Estes 14th, Robert Fuller 15th, Chuck Shaw 16th. Robert Sharp, disappointing Robert Sharp, finishing back in 17th place after leading the first 22 laps and then leading a couple more after that, but finishing in 17th. Mark McFadden 18th. Michael Campbell 19th. Michael Palmer 20th. Timothy Kelleher finishing 21st on the field, first one to retire. So again, congratulations to our winner, Dwayne LaPrade. And folks, we'll see you. Sorry about the losing connection there a little while ago, but we'll see you tomorrow night for Maximum Speed Racing's Xfinity Series race. Until then, stay safe and have a good night.